Hi, welcome. In this debate, I will be mentioning very important part of our life. And I mean very important one. I will be talking about climate change. Thank you everyone who gathered here to listen to my thoughts and to my points, which I'm gonna make and prove later in the conversation. I hope we will get out from this room with a bonus knowledge and some things to think about later in life. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome. Of course. Thank you for your presentation. In my case, I will be talking about also very important topic. And this topic is that I don't give a flying fuck about what you're trying to tell us. Thank you so much. Hi. Hi again. Thank you for your breathtaking speech. So, like I said, I will be talking about very important topic, which is climate change. And as I have here on my phone, I will be reading some key points that will ensure us that we have a climate change occurring right now on our lovely planet. And I will be trying to convince you to trust me and maybe do something more than just wake up, go to work, eat, take a shit, and go to sleep. Alright? Thank you. Of course, thank you for your answer. I also have my phone here with a lot of evidence, and I will be using it to prove that I don't give a shit about your debate, your topic, and I just want to. Firstly, what is wrong with taking shit? Because you mentioned it and it was really harsh. I actually can say that I feel offended by it. Because if you think about it, what is wrong with taking your morning shit? Or your evening shit? Your poop? Second of all, sleeping is very important, right? All of us gathered here, yes, you, including you, know that sleep is very important. That's why you are watching this debate. It is, of course, an ASMR debate. So this proves my point that I don't give a flying fuck about what you're talking about. And I just want to prove that you're coping. You're coping with our everyday life. Basically. But I will tell more about it in the next round. So, thank you. course. Thank you very much for your opinion. What I was about to say with taking that shit, that massive load of shit, it doesn't even matter if it's evening shit or it's morning shit or your midday shit. I was talking about that pollution coming from that shit is leaving a very significant mark on our climate change. Yes, of course, it's not only does it produce bad smell. We all know that. We all know that you do some stinkiest shit of all time. But also very important is that the gases coming out from your brown friend are dangerous. Are especially dangerous for our ozone layer. So that was the point of shit. And coming to the next argument, which I have mentioned before, is that climate change really occurs right now in our world. Gentlemen, ladies, this debate has a huge impact on our society. Right? Of course I'm right. That's why the second argument of you living like a normie, like a wagey, is that you need to do something. Do not leave the trash in front of your room for your mommy to take and just throw it away. Do it yourself. Why? Because you are learning the disposability of every kind of trash. Of course you are trash, but I'm not talking about you right now. You are a different kind of trash. Yes, you motherfucker. But I'm talking about rubbish we all gather in our everyday life. You need to throw it out in especially earlier contained bags and put them into right place for the environmental laws to just throw them away, but correctly. Thank you. Well. That was a great speech. Great if I would be trying to go asleep. But I'm not actually, I'm here to win. So, ladies, gentlemen, we all know you've gathered here to listen about the important stuff. So I need to mention that I have shot my pants very directly. So, and I of course have eaten it all up. That's why there's no pollution. And of course, it is recycling. Because the main topic of your speech was recycling and dealing with climate change. And I have my own form of recycling. And that is eating my own shit. Next thing. It's like I said before, I didn't give a shit what you saying, and I am only here to prove my point that every man's dream should be his goal. Yes. Dear ladies, dear gentlemen, we are all gathered here in this beautiful room only for the one and only purpose. And this purpose is to understand why are we put here on this earth at this exact time. And I will answer you. It's because we need to pursue with our dreams. They are important. They are far more important than any climates, any recycling, and that's blah 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 bullshit. We all know that magic is just complete retard. I'm sorry. I can't say that. He's just mentally unorganized. So, thank you, and I will maybe tell something more in the next round. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, Magic. Unlike me, you're a very educated guy, and you know everything you're talking about. Of course. But let's leave the jokes aside. Me, as a representation of economy, of climate saving, of recycling matters, I'm here to lastly mention the importance of it, of the recycling, of the climate saving. I don't know if you have seen that guy on Instagram who makes fuel from plastic waste. He's the goat. He's the absolute goat. I think everyone should follow his journey, help him achieve that. Because you all are just made to serve intelligent people. Mainly because, of course, with all respect, but I think you are not capable, especially you, Magic, you are not capable of thinking yourself. So, maybe it's time to let another man do it for you, or woman, because there are very intelligent women in our world. You would probably never ever say that, right? Of course, because you are just a toxic masculine guy, and I don't like this. I don't like these guys. Look at him. He's wearing his suit and yelling at us, and he's saying offensive words at my persona. I don't like it. So, remember about the climate change. Remember about recycling and support that Instagram guy. Yeah, send him money. Especially you, Magic, because you are useless. You are just a waste of air and oxygen. Thank you so much. Alright. Thank you for your breathtaking speech. I haven't heard anything that was more stupid than your opinion, but the world is full of idiots like you, Magic. Excuse me, guys, but I'm sure that all I said before was so, so clever and so well organized and warily, I don't know this word. That's why I'm so intelligent. I'm inventing my own worlds. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I? So yeah, thank you, you all dear ladies and gentlemen. And you, I'm disgusted by your persona. But I will shake your hand just to close this up and never return. Thank you so much.